In this section, I want to walk through the e-commerce portion of Infusionsoft, which again allows you to collect credit card payments and create products and orders inside of Infusionsoft. So to get there, I'm going to click on this main navigation and I'm going to click on e-commerce setup. So this will give you a really good overview of what can be done. So what I normally do is I start from left to right and just work my way through here. So what you'll see is products. It's an easy thing you can do. Design, as you can see, you can design a shopping cart or an order form, and then checkout allows you to allow for the process of checking out, giving a credit card, accepting payments. Under this payment section, Infusionsoft integrates with several third-party tools for collecting payments. By default, it has a native one with WePay, but also there is some integrations with Authorize.net, PowerPay, PayPal, some third-party tools allow you to connect into Stripe if you've used that one. And then down here under promotions allows you, as you can see, to set up promo codes so you can give those promo codes or expiring offers. And then here under shipping options, if you're actually shipping a product, it allows you to set those up, those settings up as well. I'm going to jump into products here briefly just to show you. What you're going to see is my list of products, and what I'm going to do is just add a new product, and I'm going to call this a super amazing course, and I'm going to hit save. And now what you'll see is I can manage this product. Is this a subscription product, or is this a one-time product? I'm going to go ahead and say that this is going to be, because it's super amazing, it's going to be like $1 million or something. And this is going to be a spot where I can turn it off at any time. If I don't want people to buy it anymore, I can make it inactive at any point. Short description, this will solve your problem. And then some long descriptions and some other settings here. So that's basically, I'm gonna hit save and move on from this product, because that's basically all I need right now. So it actually ended up being, looks like 10 million here. I'm gonna go back to e-commerce setup. And now that I've set up a product, I'm going to set up an order form theme. And my recommendation is to only sell through Infusionsoft using the order forms. The shopping cart isn't as good. So let me explain the difference here. An order form is you've got one or two products and you're just selling it. They go to this page. They just decide that yes, this is what I want. Put in their credit card details and move on. With the shopping cart, it's more of a shopping cart experience where you're going and you're adding things to your cart. And you're going back to the shopping area and you're adding additional products and add-ons and that sort of thing. Infusionsoft isn't as good there, so I don't necessarily recommend it, but you can definitely do it, and it's an available option. I'm just going to stick with order forms for now, and especially for the purposes of this quick tour. So I've actually already created a theme, as you can see here, a handful of themes for my order forms, and so I'm not going to go through that, but I just wanted to show you that if you click create new theme, you do have a couple of options as it relates to what the design looks like, and there are third-party tools that allow you to customize this even more. You also get full access to, if you're familiar and feel comfortable with CSS coding, you could also customize this, to your heart's content using the CSS straight code to be able to edit that. So I'm going to go back to design. I'm going to go to now checkout, and I'm going to go to order forms. And as you can see, I've got a couple of test order forms here. I'm going to create a new one, and I'm going to call this amazing course. And what I'm going to do is link the order form, which is the public-facing form that allows people to put in their credit card details, to the product that I just created. And so it's basically going to say, all right, this is the product you want to sell. This is the order form you're going to use to sell it to the public. Let's link those two up. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So product is, I think I called it super amazing course. I'm going to add that. And I'm going to go through now these settings here, including where they're going to be taken to on the thank you page, which theme they're going to be using, and then I'm going to get the link here. So the theme is just the normal theme that I've been using, and the thank you page I might just set up here really briefly. I'm just going to make that logo a little bit smaller. I'm just going to say thanks. It's going to merge in, that's just a code. We will contact you here shortly, and I'll say make sure to join our Facebook group, and I might have a link to the Facebook group there if I was selling the course. The next thing I want to do is just save this, and I'm going to go to links, and Infusionsoft is creating a a link here for me to actually use. I'm going to jump into this, and this looks like a test theme that I was using before. But basically, as you can see here, the bare bones allows me to collect billing information and payment information, and then they can place the order, and then they'd be taken to that thank you page that we were just editing. And that's it. I mean, that is really all that there is to creating these order forms and allowing you to collect payment. So I'm going to go back to this one here. Go back to e-commerce setup. One thing I haven't done yet is set up the payment types. Basically, that's how you'll integrate with. So like your basically allows you to collect the credit card payments. Again, Infusionsoft has lots of options there. I'm not going to get into it, but that would allow you to do that there. The promotions, same thing. You can set up discounts and promo codes if you wanted to bring that $10 million price point down to like something a little more reasonable. You could obviously do that there, and people would be able to have a promo code that they could then use and share or whatever. Moving on with e-commerce, really the only other things that I want to point out is that if you are less of a business that sells digital products, the example I just gave is very much of a business that sells like a digital product. But if your business is more service-based and you offer, let's say, cleaning, we use the example I gave before. If you are like a dog poop scooper and you want to be able to offer custom quotes, that's something that Infusionsoft can also do. So I'm going to go to this contact, and let's just say I've been interacting with Brett. He's interested in my service, but I don't know enough. I need to be able to call him up, maybe find out how many dogs does he have, what's the size of the yard, those sorts of things. I'm going to come here and I'm going to click on this orders icon, and I'm going to create a quote for him. So I'm going to click add quote, and I'm going to go look for whatever that product was. Now I haven't created it, so I'm just going to go back to the super amazing course, and I'm going to say that the price in this case is $500. So I've spoken with him, I found out how big his yard was, I found out how many dogs he has, and we've ended up deciding that, okay, this is going to be a $500 quote that I'm going to send off to him. So at this point, now what I can do is click continue, and I can send a quote with no payment options. I can send a quote and allow him to make payment later, basically accepting the quote, letting me know, okay, he's ready to move forward, we can go do the service and then collect payment later. Or I can send the quote and require online payment. I like that last option, and what that allows me to do is put that in there and then send him what this quote would be, and then he can go in on a web page online and put in his credit card details and make that $500 payment right then and there. So that's a really helpful tool if you're less of a product-based business, more of a service-based business. I'm going to go back, I'm going to close this, and I'm going to go back here. The other things I wanted to point out is that Infusionsoft does support subscriptions. So if you do have, let's say, a monthly, I'll use a little bit better example, dog walking service, and you charge $100 a month, you could do something there where Infusionsoft every month charges their credit card on, let's say, the 1st or whatever day it is. And then at that point, what's happening is the credit card is getting charged, you're getting notified, and then you can deliver the service. The final thing here that I want to point out is that because it's using the same system as our CRM and as our marketing tool, that then allows everything to be under one roof. And so if I click on Brett's name here, if Brett had made some payments or if he was late on payments, what I would see here is an amount paid and a balance due. So that becomes really helpful for you for customer service purposes or for whatever. As you're looking at a specific contact or an account, you can see, oh, this person has spent X amount of dollars with me. And without using Infusionsoft, usually those systems are separate. And so it's more of like, okay, here's where I'm interacting with the client, but then over here's my accounting tool, and so I'm going to look at how much he's actually paid. This becomes really helpful to have all that information in one system. So as you can see here, really lots of benefits to using Infusionsoft coupled with the e-commerce function, if that makes sense for your business. Hopefully this is giving you a really good overview of how it works. And of course, if you have any questions, I'm here to help answer those. Thanks.